Hello and welcome back. It is once again time for some Dread Delusions. Also, just gonna address this little elephant in the room. If you're watching this afterwards, you know, when it's uploaded as a VOD, guess what day it is? So, you know, just figure I'll get that out of the way. And if you think this is an Italian flag here, get out. Get out. How dare you? These are very clearly Irish flags. And just quick note, you know, the more you know. The Irish flag is green, white, orange. Okay, green, white, orange. The Italian flag is green, white, red. Alright? That's the difference. Italian, red. Irish, orange. Remember that. Now, let's get to the game here. Also, yes, I will be wearing these sunglasses the whole time. So, first off, we need to... The stout woman has a material air and a voice full of pebbles. A hand-rolled cigarette droops from her mouth.
King's favor, pet. Welcome to the Squeaky Wheel Tea House. What can old Baba Xenia do for you?
Do you have any rooms for rent?
The Skyward Suite's yours for 5 coins if you don't mind sleeping there.
Why wouldn't I want to sleep there?
We don't call it the Skyward Sleep for nothing, pet. Only the blessed magic of the Clockwork King keeps it off the ground. Some outsiders don't trust it.
Now take it. Xenia stubs out her cigarette and begins rolling another.
Right you are, pet. The room's upstairs on the other end of a long metal gantry. It's the one that's floating in midair like...
Yeah, you got it. She'll head on up here. Lovely little room. Got a balcony as well to look out over this small section of the city and this big tower. Is that a clock tower? Probably.
Time to sleep because our character's exhausted.
Alright. Now we're ready to take on the day. So, last we left off. All right, we started. Let's see. No, safe passage. We continued. Mikhail's crooked contact inside the Clockwork Kingdom is willing to grant you a travel permit, but only if you do her a favor first. Find the lost royal freight capsule somewhere in the countryside northwest of Ferropolis, and bring whatever's inside back to the royal factor at the city checkpoint. So that's one thing we gotta do. Also, Madness of the King. Yeah, we got summoned by the king of the Clockwork Kingdom, and boy was it weird, because he's essentially a computer that's been programmed to be the king, and he, of course, as a computer, really speaks like the internal language is code, of course. And sometimes his internal translation from code into speech that people would understand isn't quite right. And he just starts spouting out weird symbols that we don't recognize. And it's like, I don't know what you just said. And he's all like, well, do what I told you to do. And I'm like, I don't know what you told me to do. And he's like, you don't need to know, you just need to do it. And I'm like, what's going on here? The king has ordered you to perform something called the sacramental duty. That's one line that we were able to parse. But its instructions made no sense. Afterwards, someone slipped you an enigmatic note asking you to meet them at night in the park in Upper Ferropolis under the gazebo. So that's another thing we gotta do, although I did just make it not night. Hold up. Can I?
And now.
Alright, well, we'll either have to spend another 5 coins or just wait till nighttime, but we got plenty of people to talk to as well.
So I heard this story, right? A man and a woman, lovers they were, like 2 seeds in a pod. You couldn't pry them apart with a crowbar. Lived in Ferropolis, though I can't say where they are now. Well, one night these 2 had an awful fight, and went back to their own families for a while. Both of them prayed to the king to make them forget the other. And you know what? The king answered.
What did the king do?
Granted their prayers, didn't it? The next morning they both woke up with no memory of ever meeting. And they went on like this for years, searching for someone new, never quite finding the right one. Then one day, they met again, in this very tea house, and even though they didn't recognize each other, they were drawn together irresistibly.
So how did it end?
They got married and had 18 kids, or so I heard. Their love was so strong that not even the king could keep them apart. They both got their memories back eventually and swore never to make the same mistake again.
Can the king actually do that? They glance to each side as if someone is watching them.
It's only a story, mate. It's only a story. Don't worry.
You heard Dimitri's story? Full of If my husband forgot who I was, you wouldn't catch me dead reminding him. Sounds like you're mixing a bit of your own personal stuff with this story of 2 other people. This machinist's face betrays no emotion as they study the board intensely. My opponent knows I have pondered every strategy ever played by man or god. What they don't know is that my tea is dosed with an amnesia potion of my own recipe. They are wholly unprepared to face a lunatic. What, sir? This machinist is leaning back in their seat, drumming their fingers on their teacup with an amused expression. My opponent's knowledge of this game is undoubtedly superior. There's no move I can possibly make that they will not anticipate. However, I know something my opponent does not. I'm cheating. Oh no. Oh no. You're cheating? He's microdosing an amnesiac potion, so he won't even remember that your pieces weren't where they are now. Oh my goodness. You...
Did you hear about the famine over in Hollowshire? They say the Inquisition's sitting on a great stockpile of food, but hanging anyone who talks about it.
What famine in Hollowshire? What?
Knew it was trouble when the Union moved in over there. Bloody knew it.
Actually, I've recently been to Hollowshire.
You do look the traveling type. Maybe you can confirm the news then.
That's not true. The Inquisition is doing its best over there. They look perturbed by your stance and hide it badly.
Oh, aye? That's most interesting. My, but would you look at the time? Sorry, pal, I'm supposed to be meeting someone here.
Yeah, I don't know about you, buddy. I don't know about you.
Yeah! Liar! Blasphemer! Ah.
More people to chat with. The other patrons are giving this woman a wide berth, as if she carries a contagious disease. What are you staring at? Waiting to see if I grow an extra head? Is the tea here really that bad?
Almost. But this stuff tastes like heaven after seeing what I've seen.
What have you seen?
Name's Doyle. I'm a royal cleanup worker. You know, fighting the corruption. A hero of the kingdom, they call me. More medals than you've had hot dinners. And what's my reward? Children hide or stare at me wherever I go. Shopkeepers wipe down every surface I touch. When I'm done here, the landlady will bury my mug so that I don't contaminate any other patrons. She glares up at you. So what? Your friends dare you to talk to me? Come to stammer some about how grateful you are for my service? Or are you just tired of being human? Patronize me and I'll kick your
Honestly, I don't know much. I'm new here.
Well, take my advice. If you ever get drafted into a cleanup crew, jump off a bridge so both your legs get broken. 2 more weeks of leave, then I'm back to the corrupted land. The king. But it's never enough. Is that all? No offense, but I might be dead soon, and I don't want to spend my last hours with you.
Fine, I'll leave you alone, I guess. Sheesh. Rude. 3 patrons huddle around the table, nursing hot mugs and discussing a news sheet with hushed voices.
You see? It says she's from Alskop. But none of us remember any village by that name. I'm telling you, they've erased the whole
They notice you listening. Oh, King's blessing, citizen. Don't mind us, we're just absorbing the latest royal dispatch. Good to know that Guild has it all in hand, eh? Yeah. Of course there's nothing about the summoning outrage. The machinists would never admit that the saboteur bloodied their noses like that. King's favor, pal. Just a few old farts enjoying our weekly ration. Every day I thank my stars I live here and nowhere else. Absolute bollocks, my cousin in Yansk. Her daughter saw a corrupt one in the forest just last week. It's spreading bloody everywhere. King's grace, my dear. Isn't it nice to be safe and warm in Pheropolis, where the Guild can look after us? No doubt the corruption will be cleaned up soon. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but last I checked, the corruption's only here. Only in this kingdom. I have not encountered it anywhere else. Oh yeah, also apparently people get, like, I think it's a daily request at these posts things, but the way it works is you not only have to state your request, you have to picture perfectly within your mind the thing that you are requesting. If you want a loaf of bread, you better have a crystal clear image of that loaf of bread in your mind, or else it might just give you a boot, or a bullet, or I guess not a bullet, an arrow, or, I don't know, a fish. Though at least a fish would still be food. For a lot of these people, they get some, like, you know, a nice emerald or an emerald necklace or something, and they're like, yeah, that's great, you know, if only I could sell this, because you know, the thing is, nobody wants trinkets, they want food and water, but keep getting these trinkets from these machines instead of the food and the water that we want. It's a terrible system. Yeah, basically those requests go straight to the king, and then he parses what they want, and then just sends it to the machine, kind of like instant transmission style. Not enough materials for anything. Oh, yo, wait, what? This can go even further? What? Looks like one of three. Void Greatsword. A great shard of inky blackness. This blade must have taken an enormous amount of extremely rare voidstone to forge. In battle, it sunders everything before it, seemingly hungry to rip through reality itself. 40 damage. From 24, it would jump to 40. Clockwork Greatsword, only 30 damage, but a contrivance from the Clockwork Kingdom. This greatsword can be reconfigured into a large gun, practically a portable cannon. Bombard your foes from afar and feel like a skyship captain, even with both feet still on the ground. Okay, yeah, no. I can see why it does only 30 damage, because it can also just be gun, bang. 30 damage from afar. Shroomweave Greatsword. A shimmering greatsword of Shroomweave. A weapon long coveted by Wiccan covens. When gripped in one's hand, it is said that a Shroomweave weapon makes casting spells quicker and less taxing on the mind. Dang. Okay, hold up, because I know that you can buy another greatsword.
You have the stink of the countryside about you. If I'm any judge, dangerous place. Well, citizen, you've come to the right shop. Name's Jackschmere. I sell things that kill. Interested in buying some weaponry? What do you need it for? I have to keep records, see, in case the king comes knocking.
Like I said before, I'm a guard for one of those big roaming workshop thingies. Yeah.
You work the land ships. You're braver than I am, citizen. If you ask me, buildings should stay still. You watch out for saboteurs, eh? Now I just need your name, occupation, and a place of residence.
You invent some plausible fake details. Something tells you it would be unwise to tell the truth. Jackschmere sniffs the air deeply.
Aha! Landship guard. You ain't dead, so I guess I didn't sell you a duff weapon. What can I do you for?
See what you got for sale. See, a rusty greatsword. See, I can get another greatsword, and if I upgrade that all the way, then I could have both a void sword and the shroom sword. Don't I already have a weightless glove? I wonder if it would show. Doesn't look like it'll show me. Yeah, I've got a fine sword and I've got a rusty dagger. And I've got my great sword. But I would kind of like another great sword. Now, I'm pretty sure I have a weightless glove, right? Damage penalty from attacking with low stamina is less severe when worn, as it makes the weapon feel light as a feather. Unless I just saw it before and was like, nah. No, I've got one. Right there. Yeah, so now I've got another great sword that if I can get enough iron, I can turn it into a steel great sword, and then I can turn it into a fine great sword. And then I'd need some Iberian to get another Iberian greatsword, and then I could eventually have both a void greatsword and a shroom weave greatsword. Since I am more of a mage, but that void weave is so powerful. It's hard to ignore.
After the sixth time, no, we do not yet have any sky blubber coats in stock. I have petitioned. I am petitioning. I will petition. Oh, King's mercy. Forgive the impromptu grammar lesson. Citizen, I mistook you for a regular. Everything's in such a whirl today. I am Quarshi, clothier and armorer to the citizens of Ferropolis. Right now, I've more orders than I could fill, but if you want something that's not out of stock...
Why is there so much demand?
A natural consequence of this accursed winter. Even the animals need fur coats. There doesn't seem to be enough fuel, and I've heard of people freezing to death in their houses. But, well, just look at what the king sends me.
They run various beautiful garments through their hands, fine, diaphanous robes and lacy blouses, silk scarves and thin cotton pantaloons. Perfect summer wear. Maybe I could go skin some furry animals for you?
Are you joking? All the animals here are earmarked for agriculture, and under the king's protection. And imports require a royal permit. Either way, if you dumped a pile of pelts on my counter, I'd have to call the militia. Is there anything else you need? Only I have a lot to get done today.
See what you got for sale, I guess. Scruffy attire. Simple clothing of the apathetic union. While such garments are unlikely to impress, they bear the undeniable charm of a hard-working laborer. +10 regen. actually thinking about picking that up. Clockwork furnishings for houses, silk thread. I mean, yeah, as like something I could just swap to in order to regen my health real quick. That seems neat. Not the most useful thing in the world. I'm afraid of falling, but I want to like jump on the railing. Yeah, no, it doesn't want me to stand on it. So I don't know why this is here. Anyways. Good day. So what's this little card you got going there? But yeah, we could take this. Lovely. Wait a minute, this is where I wanted to go. I wanted to go into here. Well, this thing. Into modest retire, plus 20 regen. Finely woven garments that lend their wearer an air of respectability. The denizens of the Apostatic Union place a high value on appearances, so shopkeepers should look upon you more favorably. Yeah. And resplendent attire. A splendid garment woven in the latest Riovan fashion. Someone with such exquisite taste is sure to be taken seriously. 30 regen. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, so currently this gives me spellcast, which is great in combat. Out of combat, same armor, but gives me that regen. Which I do believe regen is what affects. Yeah, regen, the speed at which your stamina regenerates. Oh, okay. Because I thought, no, I've got like a ring or something that. This ring allows health to regenerate slowly based on the wearer's regen stat. Rare trinket indeed. Damage from centuries of use and dulled the once potent enchantment. Or has dulled the once potent enchantment. But, still. Bumping my regen from what would have been like, what, 15? Yeah, 15 to now 45. That seems pretty huge. So, I can run around for a long time. Does regen also affect... Dude, look at how fast that recuperates. So hang on. So if I run from here straight to this pillar here. Okay. It only uses up like that much. Let me switch off of that. Okay, so it still uses the same amount of stamina. It's just that stamina is going to replenish faster, and because of that ring, my health is going to replenish faster if I get hit by something. So that's pretty neat combo. Well, down here again. I don't know that I've been down here. I don't know that there's anything to be gained down here. Well. Paradoxicus, my beloved. Get out of my way. Yeah. Shoves, man. path up. What the? It's a key. Where's the path to get back up? No, it's around here somewhere. It's gotta be. It's got to be. Oh, you know what? It's all the way back here. That's right. Almost fell back down in there. It's gotta be over that thing. I think I've already been to all these up here. Welcome back, good citizen. What's your fancy today? Oh yeah, you're selling visions. Wait, please, just wait a moment. Are you looking for work by any chance? Only you seem a sturdy sort, and there's someone I'm a little worried about. Nadja's a regular. One of my best customers. She usually comes every week. But lately I haven't seen her at all. She lives in that big tenement near the park. Do you think you could check up on her? I'd visit her myself, but her room is right at the top of the building. And with my legs, I wouldn't even get past the second staircase. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Got it, dude. As soon as I figure out where the park is. Fine, or I need Iron Man. Not Iron Man, but, you know, I need Iron, comma, man. Come on. The Sovereign is not pleased with us, friend. Signs are everywhere if you know where to look. Only by redoubling our efforts and rooting out the disloyal among us may we win back Its Majesty's trust. Long live the King! Long live the king. Yeah. Whatever you say, buddy. Oh, this must be the park, and... Woo! Paradoxicus. Yes. So this must be the park, and that's the gazebo that I need to meet somebody at night. What's up? Welcome to the Ferropolis Aircraft Dock. As a certified harbor master of the Winged Merchant Guild, I'll do what I can to help. I don't have my own airship yet, so... Good to know you've got your own dock, though. I mean, of course the Clockwork Kingdom would have its own dock. Right? If you're having trouble with the king, talk to Reza. They really helped me out when the guild kept insisting I should be able to grow 2 acres of potatoes in my bathtub. How did Reza help you? They showed me how to file a petition that would pause any goods targets laid on my property. Turns out you have to file it under safety, not targets. All the target petitions go into one big pile that never gets read. Thanks. King's favor to you. pretty sure I'm going to be meeting with Reza at the gazebo at night. Fine ore again, eh? What am I supposed to do with all this fine ore, eh? It's this darn Clockwork King's doing, isn't it? Stamina push. Hello? What? What? Oh, that's ridiculous. Can't believe it. $5 I got the money back that I spent on that room at the inn. Box! Yeah, give me some lockpicks. Thank you. I should probably switch to my fancy charming hats though while I'm running around talking to people. Okay. Guess all that's left is to wait until night time. How do I know what time of day it is? The fact that I can go swap and then my stamina really fills up quick. So yeah, if I'm gonna be swinging my sword, that's definitely the way to do it. These garments. Yeah. You know what? Let's go. I'd like a room for rent. I'll take it. It's still morning. Wow. Alright, yeah, let's go tonight. It would take forever to just wait around for nighttime. Yeah, the famine? I've been there recently. This is not true. Alright, but won't you look at the time? You guys still... Oh, well, I love living here. Would hate to live anywhere else. Here we go. Hello there. The woman smiles at you with a spark in her sea-green eyes that seems truly without malice. Her mechanical arm gives a fluid salutation, while her brooch marks her as a member of the Machinist Guild. Hello, stranger. Come to escape the world for a bit? Are you a friend? Her smile widens. So you got my note. Thank you for coming. Sorry for the cloak and dagger dance. The machinarium is tense right now. Being seen with me would put you in danger. My name is Afra. I'm the chief interpreter of the Machinist Guild, and I am very excited to meet you. Charmed, I'm sure. Tell me, friend, which part of yourself do you like the least? If you could change something today, what would it be? My entire body. My heart, I wish I were kinder, slower to anger, quicker to trust. My charisma, it feels like everyone is sharing a joke I don't get. Nothing. I'm happy with myself, which is a lie. Wow. So, if I said charisma, would my charm improve? If I said body, would my strength improve? I say charisma. If it's any comfort, a lot of those people feel the same way. But why should you have to accept that? Why shouldn't you be able to change it? We live in an age of marvels increasing every year. Magic is abundant, fizzing in the air and in the stones and in our blood. Why not use it? Wisdom lies in accepting the world as it is. Because I'm not rich or powerful, if it's that simple. I plan to, just haven't figured out how yet. Magic is dangerous, and it always has its price. True, but its dangers can be managed, its costs shared. And what about the cost of leaving things as they are? The yawning abyss of suffering that we just call ordinary life. She's talking very quickly now. But what does this have to do with your note? She blinks. Oh, yes, of course, the note. Listen, you already know something is deeply wrong with this kingdom, don't you? You needn't pretend. Anyone can see it, even if they're afraid to say so. Oh, yes, there's so much wrong. I don't know what you mean. This is a paradise. Go on. It's not just the shortages, or this awful winter, or even the corruption. The king's alterations to reality have lost all rhyme or reason, and things are going missing. People, houses, towns, words, even memories. Many people blame the machinists, but the truth is that even we no longer understand our king's actions. Hence, I suspect that all these problems are just different sides of one problem. Bluntly, the Clockwork King is going mad, and nobody has any idea why. That is, nobody except me. As chief interpreter, my sacred duty is to analyze its majesty's wishes. I become convinced that the king is trying to tell us something huge, something we don't want to hear. What exactly did the king say to you? Speaker Sunil won't let me read the logs until he's redacted any confidential information. But that'll take months, and we may not have months. It told me to perform the sacramental duty. The sacramental duty? I've never heard of such a thing. Didn't it explain what that means? Possibly. It was in some weird language I'd never seen. Of course, those symbols the king spits out are sixfold cipher language. I could read them easily if only I could access the logs. It all. Sunil, why won't you listen? Friend, this confirms my worst fears. Her speech quickens. Because don't you see? It's all connected. If cipher is the true language of reality and cipher magic is powered by cognition, that means we must account for all relevant cognition within a defined formless space. Which in this case is a whole kingdom. Now, Karak's law states that the cumulative cipher interactions of n cognitive entities may be expressed by a six-dimensional vermiform manifold according to the function. Listen intently. Afra leaps between apparently unrelated topics at dizzying speed, growing increasingly flustered as she struggles to express the contours of some vast structure inside her head. Sometimes you glimpse details, but the overall shape eludes you. She stops and takes a deep breath. I'm sorry. This isn't going how I imagined. It's all just so nobly tangled up together. If only... That's it! You need to see it for yourself. There's a house here in Ferropolis. It's scheduled for removal, but I've ensured a delay, long enough for you to visit. Take this key. Inside the house, you'll find a mirror. Walk through it. Where exactly would I find this house? The house is tucked away on the lowest level of the city, what locals call the conduits. It's rather a warren down there, so you might have to search a bit. The conduits are hardly a savory place, but you do meet such interesting people. I used to love visiting the bazaar back when I was just a junior interpreter. Alas, with my present rank, it would be most unwise for me to be seen there. I'll see what I can do. Please try, friend. You can't know how important this is. Right. To the Warrens. In fact... right here. A house. Ah, there's the mirror that I was told to go through first. Squirming goblet! Into the mirror. You step out the other side of the mirror. For a moment you think you're still in Ferropolis, until you look up and see that the sky is gone. Instead of the Oniric Isle's familiar red neuron star, there is only blackness, save for a swirling gyre of dim blue light, staring down at you like a malevolent eye. A tenement drifts overhead, unmoored from the earth, tumbling slowly end over end. All around you the city twists up impossibly into the air. Houses piled upon houses, pipes and drains and gutters spreading like tree branches as far as the eye can see. Try to get back. Wait, look around. It's freezing here. Frost crunches under your feet, and every surface is hung with icicles. You see statues in neuralistic poses cluttering the street, but no people. From somewhere nearby, there's the sound of a discordant music. Look for the source of the music. The music verges on random noise. Every time you think you've figured out the structure, it changes and slips from your grasp. Sometimes it stops for several minutes, and all you can do is wait, shivering. In the deserted remnants of an old plaza, you find a grand piano, its keys plinking and plunking on their own. No other living soul is visible. You shiver. Why the did Afra bring you here? Examine one of the statues. Your stomach twists as you realize this statue was once a living person. Their mouth is open and their fist is raised in the air, as if they were frozen solid in the midst of a screaming argument. As you explore, you find another frozen person lying tucked up in bed in the middle of the street, wearing a nightcap with a pom-pom on the end. Then a family sitting around a dinner table, forks and cups suspended halfway to their mouths. You shiver. Why the did Afra bring you here? Hello? Afra? Anyone? There's no answer, save the echo of your own voice. Ignore the scenery and search for a way out. Time seems to work differently here. You feel like you're wandering for hours, but it could be minutes. At some point, you realize you are now upside down in relation to where you started. A rowing boat with 2 petrified passengers spins in the air. Finally, leaning on the railings of a catwalk that goes nowhere, clad in a well-worn fur coat, you spot Afra. She waves at you. Afra's breath mists in the air as she gives you a wry smile. Well, fancy seeing you here. What is this place?
My best guess is that we're in a pocket dimension created or repurposed by the king. Alternatively, it could be the very beginning of our cosmos, before the neuron stars were born, or the end, after they've died. This is all just speculation, you understand?
How did you get here?
Same way you did. I discovered this place by chance about a year ago, and I've been studying it ever since. As far as I can tell, no other living machinists even know about it.
Why is it so cold?
Have you tried to cast spells here? I think the bedrock cipher syntax is broken somehow. Or different. That would mean the clauses defining material objects are left incomplete and loop back into the void, dumping their energy as they go, and heat is just energy, really. This hypothesis would be quite heretical in the Epistemic Union, but suffice it to say that the existence of this place calls orthodox cosmology into question.
So this was what you wanted to show me?
Yes, this is what the king has been doing. Everything you see here has vanished from our world by the king's magic. When they vanish, reality adjusts around them as if they were never there. There are hundreds of people here. Houses, streets, towns. It's a silent massacre. No one's allowed to think about. And it's speeding up.
Can't we help these people? Bring them back somehow? Afra looks pained.
Anything that stays here more than about 6.5 hours becomes irrevocably void-touched and would disintegrate upon returning to our world. The best we can do is try to stop the inflow.
What do you mean it's speeding up?
Do you know what exponential means? Suppose you have 2 spore mites and they breed. Then you have 4 spore mites. And they breed, so then you have 8 spore mites, and they breed.
That's not how spore mites work. No. She waves her hand in mild irritation.
It's a metaphor. I'm not a farmer.
How can this be stopped? Afra twists up the corner of her mouth in a mirthless smile.
I was hoping you'd ask that. We've lingered here long enough. If you're willing to help step through this mirror and meet me back in Unison Park after nightfall.
Let's get out of here. And then we're back.
Okay. Back to the park. If only I could jump up that waterfall.
Seem to be many people out and about at night, which I suppose makes sense. So,
clothes don't fit, lamps don't last, machines don't work, food ain't filling, water ain't clean, guild don't listen, everything just falls apart and there's nothing you can do. How's a person supposed to live, eh? Who the ever asked for this?
yeah. Yeah. It's snowing. Cypher's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation.
So, friend, now you've seen the cost of the King's madness, will you help me? I'll compensate you, of course, as best a humble engineer can.
Of course.
Oh, King's mercy, thank you. You cannot know how grateful I am that someone understands. I've been working on a spell. It would stop the vanishings and reform the King's power so that it can only alter people at their own request, with their consent, just like we talked about. See? Unfortunately, my spell must be enacted inside the King's audience chamber, and these days only Speaker Sunil and his inner circle are allowed in. They're also paranoid about the saboteur. But you, the King summoned you specifically. Do you realize how rare that is? Its Majesty doesn't make mistakes, only decisions we don't understand yet, and Its Majesty has decided you are important. If we can induce the King to summon you again, Sunil would have to let you in. He'd never disobey a royal command. Then you can input my spell. Does that all make sense?
Just tell me what you need to do. What you need me to do.
First, we must catch the King's attention. About a month ago, strange phenomena were reported in a graveyard outside Ferropolis. My analysis suggests these phenomena are a secret message from Its Majesty. Take my Machinist Guild insignia and investigate the graveyard. The graveyard keeper may be able to assist you. Use it carefully, friend. These insignia command great power throughout the kingdom. Now, I could be wrong, but I suspect the message will begin with music, like this.
She hums a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once, like a lullaby from time's own beginning. You have a good voice, you know. She looks genuinely pleased.
How kind. Well, perhaps if this whole machinist business doesn't pan out, I can make a living as a troubadour. So is your mission clear?
Where will I find this graveyard?
Outside Ferropolis, to the northwest. If you leave via the main causeway, you'll see broken lay pylons running downhill to your left. Follow them until you come to the graveyard. So is your mission clear?
What can I do with your machinist insignia?
Well, the Machinist Guild is empowered to act with the King's own authority. My colleagues use their insignia to investigate crimes, requisition goods, and generally compel obedience. I must stress, this brooch is a privilege, not a toy. I trust you won't do anything untoward with it?
No, I'll be careful with it, of course. She looks relieved.
Good. After all, if the Guild were to find out, well, no matter. I'll break 1,000 rules if that's what it takes to save the kingdom. So is your mission clear?
I think I understand.
How else can I empower you?
Just wish me luck.
All the luck in the world. Oh, and friend, please don't breathe a word of our plan to anyone, especially Speaker Sunil. I shudder to think what he'd do to us if he found out.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't tell nobody. Yeah. Let's have a look, see here. We need to go to the object graveyard, I think? Because if she's talking about going out to like the main cause of either of these, if we followed left, we should go to the object graveyard. And that is south, or northwest? Sorry, she said northwest, right? It is northwest of us. Northwest of Ferropolis for hidden message from the king. Graveyard Keeper can tell you more.
Nadja lives at the top of a tall tenement building in the upper levels of Ferropolis. I need to look for that. Kill, yep. Find the lost royal freight castle somewhere in the countryside northwest, also northwest of Ferropolis. Bring whatever's inside back to the royal factory. Okay, so we need to go northwest for 2 quests, and then we also need to go up into a tenement building. So it should be like up here, about, perhaps this one. Probably this one. This resident's accent is rather well-heeled compared to their neighbors. Perhaps you've already met the... Now, when you say well-heeled, do you mean it's much thicker, or do you mean it's thinner? No, we'll go with thicker.
Perhaps you've already met a redoubtable citizen, Carl. They get a little fear sometimes, but don't take it personally. They're just trying to do the right thing.
It's an awful shame about poor Nadja. My heart breaks for her mother. I hope she gets through it. We're all rooting for her. What's wrong with Nadja? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a friend? Nadja's very sick. Can't even get out of bed. If you drop by to wish her well, I'm sure her mother would appreciate it. I am here to see her. They eye you up and down suspiciously. Ain't seen you around here before. Not a resident, I'll warrant. Actually, I just moved in. They praise you cautiously. Right. Welcome to the icebox, then. My condolences. Name's Carr. I solve problems around here, and I look after folk. Guess that includes you. Let's see. Boilers are busted right now. Map and number. 4's got extra blankets if you need them. If you get hold of anything to burn, you share it around, and we'll do the same for you. Folks here look after each other. Last thing, we don't want any problems in this building. Things are hard enough without the king's wrath coming down on us. Don't get involved with anything funny, you keep it to yourself. Or you get involved with anything funny, you keep it to yourself. These are good people, you understand? They don't deserve no trouble. Don't make none, and we'll get on just fine.
I don't see a machinist branch. Who put you in charge?
How's everyone doing here? Can't complain, but I'm worried about Josip in number 28. Cold's bad enough in the main building, let alone in the floaters. You come across any spare fuel, you let me know. Hey, don't you know something weird about this building? Weird? Like what? Like newcomers asking funny questions? The room numbers go up to 28, but there's only 5 rooms. They pause to digest this. It's clear they haven't thought about it before. Huh. Now that you mention it, that is weird. Probably just another little royal whoopsie. Assigning room numbers that don't make no sense. Typical. You want something more from me? King's favor to you, Carr. Yeah, we'll just head on up, I suppose.
When Uncle Yosip's room split off the building, we got no warning, none whatsoever. Now I have to winch up supplies to him in a bucket. You wouldn't believe the bribes you have to pay for a ladder now.
The boiler's a death trap, but will they let my son look at it? No! That'd be tampering with royal property. And 3 days in the stocks. Only a bona fide machinist with a work order from the king is authorized to fix it. But how do you get one of those? That's right, another bloody petition. We'll all be frozen solid by the time they get to us. Mind the lady in number 12 snores like a skybarge engine. I should know, I fix him.
Great. Keep going up. It's just three coins. How is it? How does it not fall through the gaps? This middle-aged woman looks worn down to the bone, with bags under her eyes and deep worry lines in her forehead. Her jet-black hair is unkempt but held in place by a long, ornamented pin of surprising finery.
Oh, hello! Are you one of Nadja's pals? I'm afraid she's not seeing anyone right now.
Well, Vidal asked me to check in on her.
Vidal? The vision trader? Oh, the nerve!
And closes her eyes and takes a deep breath.
I apologize, stranger. You're not seeing me at my best just now. I'm Nadja's mother, Yasmin. This last month I've been her full-time carer as well. It was bottled visions, you see.
What happened to her?
Our family has had a rough few years and there wasn't much joy in our lives. So when Nadja first started getting into visions, I was happy for her. Then she began spending all her free time dreaming. Soon she was sleeping until noon, missing work. Now she barely wakes up at all, and she's never lucid when she does. She can't work, can't even feed herself, but she does need food and fuel to keep warm. With all these summoning glitches, I have to pay cash on the black market, and we're down to the last dregs of our savings. I just don't know how we can survive like this for much longer.
Isn't there some kind of treatment?
I don't know! I'm not an alchemist or any kind of vision expert. We petitioned the king for a doctor to visit, but with the way things are, it'll be months before we hear back.
You've had a rough time lately?
A few years ago, my husband passed away, and I got very sick. The creeping cough, you know. Even today, I can't really work because of all the spores in my lungs. Then last year, we had to leave our house in the countryside due to the corruption. As far as I know, it's still out there, slowly sinking back into the mud. This room and its contents are all we have left. I don't mean to moan, truly. There's so many in this kingdom who have it worse than us. I just know it was tough on Nadja, that's all.
Maybe Vidal would know where to find a doctor. A tentative hope is kindled in her eyes.
Oh, do you think? I thought I could face him myself without knocking his lights out and trashing his shop. But if you could ask him on my behalf. Vidal must have seen cases like Nadja's before. If there's any way to help her, he'd surely know.
She arches her eyebrows.
And if he refuses? You tell him he'll answer to me.
Yasmin makes her best attempt at a smile.
Was there anything else you wanted?
How are you doing, Yasmin? I mean you, not Nadja.
Sometimes I just want to scream. Scream and scream and scream and scream. And keep screaming until I ruin my throat and can't make any noise at all. You know something? I don't think anything would happen. Nobody would respond. We're also trained to stay in our little circles of candlelight, to never really think about what's happening all around us. Because if you think about it, then it becomes real for you too. And not just for some other poor you don't know. Maybe I'd be the same, if not for what's happened to Nadja. Is there anything else you wanted?
That's all for now. Good luck to you both. Oh, is that the one he was talking about? Needing to winch a bucket up to? Yeah. Oh man. If what we do, you know, messing with the king as part of one of our quests here, if that somehow disrupts his magics that are causing all these buildings to float, that could be problematic. Anyways, we need to go north and west. So let's quickly zoom over to here. And then like that to get my mana back. And then off we go. Just try and stop me at your gate for an inspection. You can't. And you won't. Alright, so we're supposed to find something for someone. Ow. Rude. Get out of here. And then we're also supposed to go to that graveyard and do a thing. We were looking for a thing, and then we had to look at get something from inside it, right? For freight capsule, whatever's inside it, bring back to them. A freight capsule in the countryside, which actually might be out and about here. Said freight capsule northwest of Ferropolis. Countryside. Well, let's quickly look around down here. Alright, up here. See if there's any freight capsules. What's this thing? Oh. Let me out! Not seeing any freight capsules. So far, anyway. Although I'm not sure I've ever come across a freight capsule before, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for, though I suppose it would be capsule shaped and of fair size, I would expect. Critical spell cast. Nice. I'll take that. Lovely Paradoxicus. Oh, is this it? This has gotta be it. Done did it. Cool. Alright. You gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding me. There you go. A pickled head. His weathered face is frozen in a look of ingenious vexation, while his eyes, rolled back fully into their sockets, gazing into some eternal brainscape of the mind, resemble hard-boiled eggs. Right. Who's... Yeah. Okay. That's where we're at. Let's get back to that graveyard, shall we? So where's the gravekeeper? Cause oh, it's unlocked. Cool. Screw it. Pop this. Whoops. Pop a couple. Alright, and let me just make sure that. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the graveyard, pal. What brings you all the way up out here? I'm here on official business. See? Here on official business. Blimey! You mean someone's actually been reading my reports? Better late than never, I suppose. It's these yellow boxes, see? We've had them for years, but even the King's Speaker himself couldn't make head nor tail of them. Told me to look out for them till they're needed. That'll be the day. Well, a fair few ticks ago, some of the boxes started talking, and now they won't shut up. Weird stuff, music sometimes. Man, I knows better than to listen. Maybe you could take a look. Most of the boxes here don't talk. You'll have to listen closely if you want to find the right ones. Was there aught else? I'll be going now. Have to listen closely. These are phone boxes. Phone booths. Inside the yellow box is a mechanical console with something like an ear trumpet hanging on the curly wire. Hanging on a curly wire. Tiny, tinny noises issue from its mouth. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. Your brain is flooded by a cacophony of jagged noise. Then you realize it's some kind of otherworldly music. The music throbs in an alien time signature, defying your attempts to track its rhythm. Ghostly, inhuman voices lap over each other like waves. It feels like a memory from before the universe was made. This doesn't seem like the King's message. You'll have to try one of the other boxes. Pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. You can hear two people in soft conversation, their voices echoing as if from the other end of a long stone passage.
There now, it'll be alright. How is it going to be alright? Lydia's just gone. And nobody remembers. I feel like my brain is melting and running out of my ears. I know. All I mean is, we've got each other, and I ain't going nowhere. I was before we sold it. And that cart.
This doesn't seem like the king's message. Keep listening.
I suppose it was nice to have guests around before all this, I mean. And do you remember ever having guests? How many people used to live in this house, Quessy? I don't know. No, me neither.
There's a long silence, and then a series of odd little wet sounds.
Oi, what are you doing? Sorry, should I stop? I didn't say stop.
You hear grateful sighs, a giggle, then a loving moan. You quickly put the trumpet down before you hear any more. That's not the king's message. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. An old man's voice echoes from the other end.
Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? I don't know where I am. Please, it's cold.
Yes, I can hear you. The old man doesn't seem to be able to hear you.
I can't see anything. I can't feel my body. Is anyone there? Hello? Please, if anyone's there, say something.
This doesn't seem like the king's message. Two coins, whoops. Well. At first you just hear hissing, and then the tune that Afra hummed. A genderless voice announces with mechanical regularity.
Six, 1, 6, 3, 2, break. 5, 2, 6, alder, bantam, 2, break. 4, 6.
The voice drones on and then repeats. This must be the king's message. You scribble down everything you can, then replace the trumpet.
We got the king's message. Ha ha!
What? I know I've already got the king's message, but you pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. It's a whirlwind of noise, chattering voices, snatches of song, weird mechanical screeches. At one point, you hear your own name. You hurriedly replace the trumpet. What is my name? Well, we've got the two things that we needed. Oh yeah, so we need to... We found Horace Metcalf, but he's got amnesia or something like that. And we need to learn more about him and his past. That requires going southeast of Pheropolis to the corrupted lands or whatever. But for now, hop on back. What the? What the? Silk! Get your silk here! It's everywhere, all over town! What the crap is going on? We should find that one office to turn in that quest. I'm sorry. I just saw out of the corner of my eye a snowflake that seemed to be the size of one of these guys. Maybe it was just really close to my face. I don't know, but that was weird. Guard is shouting with a frantic energy at anyone passing by.
Move along, stop your gawping. Whatever's above you is not your concern.
Yeah, sure. Where was that office? Is it over here? I don't think so. None of your business. Strictly no flies. Pandas beware of man. Oleg Mishkin. No, that was definitely a giant snowflake. Because it was going through this metal grating, so I know exactly where in space it was. Those are some giant snowflakes. My goodness. I don't think they used to be that big. Yeah, no, look at that. That thing just went through this building. You saw that. You saw it. I'm not crazy. I know it's not crazy. Also, you.
Welcome back, good citizen. What's your fancy today?
I'm here on behalf of a customer called Naja.
Naja? Why, yes, she's a regular of mine. One of my best customers, actually. But I haven't seen her in weeks. Is there anything the matter?
You sent me to go check on her. It's not good, I'm afraid. She's very sick. Vidal's face falls into an expression of horror as you explain the situation.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I've, heard about this happening, of course. I've just never, nobody I know. Look, I don't know anything about this. I'm just a shopkeeper, you understand?
Am I meant to believe you didn't notice your best customer was an addict? You're well connected in the vision trade. You must know someone who can. Vidal looks sick to his stomach.
What? No! I mean, it's not my place to tell people what they can and can't do, is it? King knows I never wanted to do her any harm. Dr. Prip. That's the man you want. He's a medical genius and quite a canny businessman. He invented much of the technology that sustains our trade. I know he's been studying dream sickness very closely. Prip runs the Royal Vision Works out in Cloudspine Oblast. It's in the far northeast of the kingdom, on its own little island out beyond the mountains. I'm sure he'll have some treatment or elixir for poor Naja. Well, what else can I do for you today?
I'll see you later, vision trader. And I might be back later tonight. I don't think it definitely wasn't up here. Let's go figure out where that was. That's the inn. There's the blacksmith. That's the clothes shop. Ooh, maybe it's... No, we were over here as well. I know it was like a multi-floor building. You know what, maybe it was back this way? Yeah, I bet it was over there. Forgot there's like a midpoint of this bridge. Also, there's some things back there. Hold up. Shielding potion and ammunition. Excuse me, pardon me, I've got business to attend to. The royal factor glances up at you over her little wire-rimmed spectacles.
Did you find the cargo, citizen? I'm afraid I've no time for you otherwise.
Dump the pickled head on her desk. Friend of yours? Factor raises her eyebrows and lets out a low whistle.
Not personally, but we should thank him nonetheless. After all, he's just saved both your head and mine, see?
What's so important about this head anyway? Factor maintains an impenetrable poker face.
That would be Chairman Duncan, the inimitable first leader of the Machinist Guild. Apparently, our king is convinced that he possessed some critical knowledge of the correct path forward for the kingdom. Ever since he died, the guild has been trying to wrinkle it out of his brain. In the meantime, given the current instability, Its Majesty has decreed that the head be moved to Ferropolis and put on display for public veneration, to bolster morale, see?
She pats the glass jar gently and smiles at you.
I don't know about you, but I feel better already.
It's about that travel permit.
Yes, let's get you sorted, shall we?
She produces an official-looking parchment and begins filling it.
Not to worry, this will stand up to scrutiny. After all, it's quite real.
So how do you know, Mikhail? Seems like you owe him quite the favor. Factor's quill stops moving. She gives you a cautioning look, then gently sets it down.
Misha and I have a good working relationship, in our own way. We both serve the king. Each of us has targets to meet. He has his access to goods that are subject to a temporary mismatch of supply and demand here in the kingdom, whereas I have a city to feed and clothe, see? So it's everyone in Ferropolis who owes Mikhail a favor.
She stamps the parchment and gives you a bright smile.
Not least yourself. Well, I believe all is in order here. The gate bridges will be open to you now. Send my love to Misha, won't you?
Of course. Thank you so much. Later, losers waiting in lines. What's up here?
Nothing to see here, mate. Just a few incorruptible defenders of Rome resting for a tick or two.
Something about you catches the guards' attention. They examine you, then lean closer to lower their voice.
You look like the daredevil sort. Swell sword, am I wrong?
Swell sword?
Explorer, maybe? Plenty of spare equipment in the Royal Militia. Military stuff. And we ain't been paid for 3 weeks running. 50 coin would get you into that armory over there. How about it?
Corruption in the militia! How very disappointing! I came across all kinds of treasures on my travels. Me owing you a favor would be far more valuable.
Now I
get it. You're an entrepreneur. Very well, it's a deal. Just remember our bargain.
Very well. You can keep that, actually. Rusty armor. Though this equipment has seen better days, it will still stop a sword strike in a pinch. Many of the brigands and rogues of the Skyrealms loot questionable equipment from the old God War battlefields. It adds to attack as well, which is interesting. Scar is carefully rolling himself a pungent cigarette. They do not look up.
I ain't on duty for another hour, so shut off. I'll arrest you for aggravated pestering.
Right. Well, much obliged, much obliged. For the business. Come on. This little hot nothing. So, let's just take a quick look over our quests here. Needs to pass through the gate bridges along the western edge of the kingdom. You transcribe the secret message left for the king. Return to Afra in the park in Ferropolis after nightfall. Dr. Prip at the Royal Vision Works in the far northeast of the Clockwork Kingdom beyond the mountains.
Beyond the mountains.
Yes. Dreamer's Reprieve or Morozov's Tower, or perhaps even further. You did say beyond the mountains on their own little island, so it might be up there. I mean, it's either up there or else it's like off the map here. You know, off my current map, I should say. Here. I do recall visiting some tower where somebody didn't want to let me in or something. Told me to sod off. Anyways, the only thing left in town for us be rest until nightfall. Like the room, I'll take it. Plus that will help my stamina. Woo! Oh, it won't let me climb up that. It's fine. Just go up this ramp. This ramp. Afra's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation. How goes our task, friend? Why is the city full of silk slugs? Oh dear, again? I'm afraid I had my nose in my notes on the way here. The king's affection for silk slugs is a long-standing mystery, but not our most pressing. How else can I empower you? Found the king's message, I believe. Really? She reads the transcript excitedly. Let's see. Could it... No, wait. Oh! She beams up at you.
Stars of flame! So I wasn't imagining it. This confirms my analysis. The king is speaking to us, and we must show that we've heard.
How did you know about that weird tune?
Oh, well, it was just a guess. Did you see that giant snowflake? The king outputs so much information every day, and I just look for patterns. But I mustn't bore you.
Truly, I'm interested. I get the sense there was some spark of inspiration.
Oh, well, to tell the truth, I had a dream about it. I saw myself walking in a graveyard, following that tune, and then finding... Now listen, I don't want you to think I'm some sort of crazed mystic. I spent so long buried in royal output logs, I sometimes fall asleep on the parchment. I think the dream was only my mind's way of pointing out a pattern I'd missed. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. The king speaks a dialect of cipher language known as sixfold cipher. Watch that, snowflake. Do you see how big that... It's tremendously difficult for human brains to pass. So, for your audience, you'll need a cranial moderator installed into your skull.
Sorry, installed into my what?
Don't worry, it's quite safe. All new machinists receive one when we pass our exams. There's only one cranial engineer still alive who is qualified to install them. Luckily, she has a soft spot for me. Seek out Morozov in the mountains north of Ferropolis. Tell her I sent you, mention the Sudowski problem, and she'll fix you up. Any questions?
I have some concerns about this skull machine.
What's so alarming? Why would you hesitate to enhance your eyes with spectacles or replace a rotten tooth with gold? You must understand, the royal language opens many doors here. Most people would give their left hands to speak it. Any further questions?
Fine, I'll look for Morozov. But no promises. Well, I will.
How else can I empower you?
Just wish me luck.
All the luck in the world.
Yeah, but also, about these snowflakes, or snow boulders as they really are. Look at the size of these things. Honestly. It's insane. Well, I guess we need to head up to Morozov's tower, which is up in the mountains. And then we also need to go either out here, or perhaps off over here to some Dr. Dude. That one's a little bit smaller. Sorry. Just saw it float past my menu here. Just like, shoot. But yeah. So we need to go out up there next, I guess. We also need to still go way out here. Maybe we should go southeast first. There's possibly so much more to the southeast. Let's figure out directions.
People call me crazy for jumping off of cliffs. But I say this looks like an interesting landmark, so. Take my map.
Control console is caked with dirt and dust. A spider skitters away into the hole where an indicator light has been torn out.
Nobody's been here in a long time. Amidst the decay, you spy a keypad with 6 round keys. Enter the code you saw in Metcalf's vision. A memory of Vela's hand rises up from your subconscious like bubbles from a drowning soul. You punch in the numbers 050451. Somewhere beneath your feet, an engine thrums to life, and the metal catwalk begins to vibrate. We are headed into the corrupted lands. Now, what I would really hope to find somewhere out here is more iron. I need so much iron. I keep getting fine ore, but I can't use it because I don't have any iron. Ah! Okay, wait. Whoa. Calm down. Oh, I was dead. Dude, what the crap? I did not think they would swing that fast. Where am I? I'm back at the town. I am right beneath it, but still. It's not where I want to be. It's this way, yes. So my health recovers a bit faster. I wasn't sure if I could hit through the wall. Apparently they definitely can. But I also didn't expect their swings to be so fast. I didn't think mine was that slow. Okay. They do move really fast, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. I had the key, didn't I? Yeah. Aha! I was like, oh dang, at 5, I'm probably gonna need to switch up my gear. My lockpicking gear, but nope. Another gosh dang fine ore. What am I supposed to do with all this fine ore if you won't give me any iron? You gotta use iron before you can upgrade to fine. Spectral Shield. This spell generates an arcane shield that is impervious to damage, while the caster has mana to maintain it. Draining to cast and sustain, this spell has nevertheless saved many a mage from otherwise certain death. Interesting, but very situational. Any more of you guys out here? I feel like there was another that I saw through the window, but maybe I was just seeing those undulations. Also, I need some better mana potions, man. The ones I got, they don't recover much. Alright, so... figure out my bearings here. Okay, so we came from there. Want to make sure I'm keeping track of where I'm going. And all that. Make sure I don't miss anything.
That's interesting. Oh, hold up. You a person? Their distorted voice clangs from inside their helmet.
Wandering in the corrupted lands? Sure hope you've made out your will.
Yeah, good. Jumps off cliff. Woo! Ah, that cleave though.
Yes, a glimmer of a delusion.
Now, what's this rotate? Oh, come on. Place all that. Elixir of spellcast. Oh. The building around this floor rotates. The floor itself does not, but boy is that disorienting. Can't carry any more of those. Just... Goodness. Stamina potion. Two coins. Oh. Well, we're on this other island, I guess. It was a form of a bridge, I guess. Critical. You're dead. 3 casts.
The city of progress is where our glorious kingdom is forging the future. With our own hands. Exciting opportunities are available for wire weavers, phosphorus whiskers, steam lathe and drill press operators, compressed air workers, hazard pay applies. Infrahall rune engravers must be shorter than 4 feet 11. Void fumigators and Detharmatizers. Long live the king! Century 0, year 19, month 6, day 59.
Uh-huh. City of Progress. Right. Whereabouts are we? Huh. And we have yet to find a place out here that is good enough to actually make a map of these lands. Wild place. Yep. Two different saving stutters. Ah! Landmark? Just a landmark, though. Lost City of Progress. Oh! So there was a City of Progress. They're not talking about it. They're not talking about Acropolis. What the? But I want to go up there. Hey! Hi. Let me in, please.
Judgment. The city of Progress is under strict quarantine by order of the Clockwork King. Therefore, edict. Entry is forbidden except by those in possession of the proper password.
In memory of Metcalf's vision, or a memory of Metcalf's vision wells up from your subconscious like a leech rising from a lake bed to feed after dark. The hard light of creation burns within the fallible flesh.
Pondering. Emergency override accepted. Welcome back, Mr. Frost.
That's right. That's right. I am Mr. Frost, for sure. Just mana potion, lovely. Health potion, full up on... Oh, there's... Wow. I don't think I want to use that right now. Magic is so nice. Especially when you got this quick magic missile. Right. Man, that was a waste of a critical spell cast. Right. 5 whole coins. We already read that before at a different location. Wait a minute. Ah! I was like, wait a minute, where did that guy go? I watched him run this way. Somehow, he doubled back without me seeing it. Like, what? This is a dead end. How did that... I watched him round the corner. I went after him. He wasn't here. And then he came behind? How? Everywhere. Where do you take me? You gotta be kidding. 5 strength to get that chest and box. Hang on. What is my strength at right now? My might is 4. I think if I use a potion of an elixir of luck, slightly better at everything by boosting their attributes for a limited time, and that is an attribute. I'm gonna do it. I'm an idiot. I could have just activated that. I didn't realize. Shoot. Well, it's fine. Empyrean Spectacles. Ancient spectacles that highlight the lore highlight lore objects. These Iberian eyeglasses are remarkably well preserved. Cipher magic has been engraved into their intricate mechanisms to reveal magical objects that could be manipulated. I had to read it quickly because my time on my elixir of luck is running out. Don't want to waste it too much. Those spectacles a little earlier. Maybe then I would have seen that. What are you doing? Smacking through that wall like that. Rude. Triangle key. A heavy key with a triangular pin. Found in the corrupted city of Progress in the Clockwork Kingdom. Triangle door. Nah. Ammunition. Throwing knife. You about to try and run up behind me? Shut. Pick. Oh. Guess that needed a triangle key. 3 coins. 5 coins. Hold up. 3 coins. Oh. That's just a lockpick. Pushed on through. Elixir of Regen. Elixir of Stamina. Or Potion, I said. Stamina Potion. 6 coins. Okay, I think. Alright. I was like, I think this is the way I first went, but then I was like, nope, it's locked, so definitely didn't. 6 coins. A bed, but also. This is. Oh, hang on 1 second. I'm not sure when you got here, but this is not the place for you. But. Dear Sis, I am once against dictating this letter to wee Faisal, and if he, screws it up, you must tell... You know you're writing a letter, you could just be like, never mind, new letter. Not saying that. Rather than, screws it up, you must tell me and I will box his ears. Probably you will never get this, but it makes me feel better to imagine you reading it, so here's goes nothing. Thank you for asking around about all the guns that the king was having us make. I still think the king is preparing for war, but if even your machinist friend doesn't ken about it. Dear sis, I am once against dictating this letter to wee Faisal, and if he, screws it up, you must tell me, and I will box his ears. Probably you'll never get this letter, but it makes me feel better to imagine you reading it, so here goes nothing. Thank you for asking around about all the guns that the king was having us make. I still think the king is preparing for war. Even if even
But if even your machinist friend doesn't ken about it, then maybe I am just talking. Unfortunately, since your last letter, we have bigger problems, and I fear we are royally, screwed. I reckon you have probably heard about corruption. Even though we are not supposed to talk about it, well, now this whole town is full of it, and nobody is allowed to leave. The royal factor plus most of the machinists are dead, apart from that wee Pew spelt P-U-G-H, who was always hanging around at the factory, getting in the way. Now he's locked himself inside with all the militia and isn't letting anyone in. Hold up. No. Pew, spelled P-U-G-H. Then why didn't you spell it P-U-G-H? You spelled it P-W or P-E-W. This is a letter that you wrote. You didn't. We've turned the schoolhouse, aka the old god's temple, into a meeting place, and are locking anyone who gets cursed inside their house and boarding up the door and painting it with a magic symbol. Some try to fit us, but most say it is fair enough. I'm keeping track of our supplies and running a regular talent show to keep spirits up, but I am always getting grumpy at people because I feel like all the time, even though everyone thinks I am some kind of leader. I wish you were here so you could show me what that breathing thing that I said was stupid. I had better go because there is shouting, which probably means I have to calm someone down by threatening to headbutt them, or maybe saying they're there. I suppose I may never learn my letters now, but I promise that if I don't die, I will sit down with you and let you teach me, and only call you if I get really frustrated. Love, Zainab, spelled Z-A-Y-N-E-B. Well, you spelled that one right. Ridiculous, honestly. You really do need to work on your letters, mate. But I want it. Oh yeah, that's where I smashed through. And yes, it does open with a triangle key. Give me the glimpse of a glimmer of delusion. Elixir of restoration. Restoration. Oh, this is where I initially went downstairs. Yeah? That's where, yes, this is where I came in. Over there, but downstairs. Barred from that other side there. This was the only direction I could go. Was that something, or, okay, there is a ramp up. And I went in there and did that. Okay. There's also a ramp up here. And that's here. Cool. Is this the barred door? Yes. Open that up. Needs a different key. Let's see, probably over there somewhere. Ah,
Oh, okay, yeah. This is where I busted through, and I said I'd get back to you in a moment. Yes, mana potion. Love that. For me. Glorious silk. Whoop-dee-doo. I need iron, people. Iron! Cold, hard iron. Thanks. What I need. If only I could get some from these machines. Keep fighting. Hold that thought. And it looks of luck good to replace that one I wasted. Nice. Mana potion. Can't carry any more lockpicks. Silly. Secret. Shroom wine. Secret. Shroom wine. What? I'm sorry, what? How did I just go through that staircase? Something don't make no sense here. Well, let's... Fine, gosh danged ore.
Citizens Wong, Murray, Ustinov guarding schoolhouse. Citizens Hines, Kripke, Singh, Gazarian, street patrol. Citizens Roth, Doyle, Filipovich, welfare checks and barricade maintenance. Citizen Onvura, creche duty. Citizens Gallo and Kenzie, infirmary duty. Citizen Muir, quartermaster and talent show MC.
Up here. Smash. Health potion. Unlock. Shuriken. Shuriken. Man. Alright. What's over here? There's a whole bunch. Wait, no, we've been here. Interesting. Somehow I went up this ramp without fighting that cannon guy, and then I went over here. Sorry. I said, hold up.
Definitely haven't been up here.
Golden cannon. Critical spell cast. Steal. Pick up coins. Pick up coins. Back entrance. Secret. Secret. Got a secret. It's a book that we'll read in a minute. Square key. Square shaped pin. Official record of junior cometologist Pew.
To whom it may concern, my name is Gavelkind P., Junior Cometologist of the Guild of Machinists and Acting Royal Factor of the Township of Progress. Let this document serve as my official record of the town's final days, and of my role in them, so that my colleagues may judge and learn. I shall pick up directly from Senior Cometologist Pinsky's last report to the King on month 1, day 31. Shortly after invoking emergency powers and putting the town under quarantine, S.C. Pinsky was himself taken by the corruption, leaving me in the unripe age of 23 as the most senior and indeed only machinist. Was it Pinsky? Isn't that the guy, I think? At the scene. At that time, I was certain that the Clockwork King would be preparing a rescue force. Despite my senior's warnings to the contrary, I therefore reasoned that the survival of the guild personnel possessing vital intelligence about this new form of corruption was paramount. To that end, I ordered the militia to fortify the factory, compound and bar access to the townsfolk, lest they bring the curse within our walls. Initial descent was peaceful. A lathe operator named Zainab Muir negotiated with me through the fence, detailing the citizens' impromptu quarantine methods. From early reports of the corruption, I knew that these safeguards were fatally incomplete. But I did not share this information because it had been restricted by the king, and I feared punishment if I survived. By halfway through month 2, the citizens were desperate, having been progressively forced to abandon most of the town. There were several attempts to break into our compound, and I authorized our acting militia captain, in truth a young corporal, to take all necessary measures. Meanwhile, I continued my attempts to establish contact with the king, such as by modifying the factory's exhaust chimneys to flare at regular intervals. On month 2, day 41, I learned there would be no rescue. Its Majesty had finally pondered S.C. Pinsky's message, and its new orders, still addressed to him, were to stay put and prevent anyone escaping. Since I have nothing left to lose by being frank, I will plainly state that this plunged me into a deeper despair than I have ever known. When the townsfolk at last battered down our doors, they found me in the foreman's office, trying to summon the will to drive a sword into my guts. It was Citizen Muir who saved my life, in her own robust fashion. She persuaded me that I was better off using my knowledge of cipheristry and the king's machines to help fortify the compound and hold out as long as we could. I was relieved to shrug off my now purely theoretical authority and submit to a more collective form of leadership. To our credit, we lasted another 35 days. On the 36th day, our fences bubbled like boiling water, and every word we tried to say came out as incomprehensible song. The corrupted swarmed in, and most of us died, including Citizen Muir. The survivors retreated to the main gunnery tower, leaving behind the bulk of our uncontaminated food. Several conclusions follow from these events. Firstly, I recommend that Fiontan Pinsky and Zainab Muir be posthumously named heroes of the Clockwork Kingdom, and that the citizens of Progress collectively receive the Royal Commendation for patriotic labor. Secondly, I recommend that a committee be formed to investigate the reasons for this disaster, and that all junior machinists receive additional training in emergency leadership. Finally, I implore my colleagues to ponder the wider lessons of my fate. Given the limited information available to me at the time, my decisions were understandable, yet I am haunted by what might have been. With the factory compound's extensive cipher wardings, it is possible, albeit unlikely, that a large group of untainted townsfolk could have held out against the curse long enough to be rescued. Where would we be now had I trusted them earlier? Or if we had trusted all citizens with proper information from the beginning? The fall of Progress must prompt us to question every assumption we take for granted.
The corrupted are hammering now on our walls and shutters. Our voices are drowned by the cacophony of hundreds of limbs on metal. I must forego further reflections and take my place among the defenders to fight and die together as citizens of progress. Long live the king! Gavelkind Pierce, Junior Cometologist, Century 0, Year 24, Month 3, Day 29.
That's rough, buddy. The square key. That ain't happening. There we go. Emberian ore. Yo. I'm gonna need at least 2 more of those. Interesting. But now what about... Yeah. An elixir of regen. Lovely. Another 2 coins. Wasn't there something else back here? Oh, yes, yes. The ladder that decided it didn't want me to jump to it. Or, you know, staircase. Hey there, buddy. Really? It's definitely going right through it. Is that actually not... Oh, that's not a guy. Totally looked like a guy. Well. Music box cylinder. A slender brass cylinder bristling with tiny needles, designed to fit a clockwork music box. Horace Metcalf might know more. The early machinists imagined a new kind of everyday luxury. Bread for all, but roses too. It wouldn't have needles, it would have bumps on it. Little bumps that little metal finger things would be pushed up by and then release and reverberate with a note. So that would rotate, and it would cause music from the music box. Now I know there was another locked door out there. Where? Was it up here? Yeah, because I had to go all the way up, and then wait, no, not here, then. There's a different up here. I remember there was, like, long winding up and up and up, and then it was all like, locked door. Maybe it was up here, actually? No, this is chest that we opened. Read the book. Read the book! That was the back door. We already used the key on this room. And that was our first time coming up here. Back there, maybe? Eh. Yeah. Here we go. Rare Ring of Health. Boosts the health of its wearer significantly. Plus 80. A genuine health ring from Ancient Thwif. Expertly restored by Master Jeweler. Despite its age, the potency of its enchantment is a testament to the advanced magic of the Surface Kingdoms. Yes. That is a lot of health. If I wanted to just have a lot of health. Which, I don't know. Let's take a look, 'cause, I mean, this critical cast is neat, but like it says, unreliable. Nope, definitely not. Increase the potency of potions. Boost the mana of its wearer, though. Plus 20 mana. Minor boost to health, mana, and stamina. Immune to poison. Increases the wearer's barter. I forget about that. But I haven't sold anything recently. You know what? There's probably... Well, this one said Common Ring of Health, and this one says Rare Ring of Health. Whereas this just says Ring of Mana. But I don't know if there is a rare Ring of Mana that would give me plus 80 mana, which would be sick. Okay, I think I've cleared this place out. So let's actually return now. Kind of sucks that I don't have the map of those lands. Would certainly be worth another foray later. Currently our quests take us up in this direction. You know, I always feel like I'm picking up so many stamina potions, and yet I still only have like 40. like the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. More silk slugs. Now the question is, do we go up the mountain now to Motorzov's tower, or let's go this way? Follow me, I'll set you free. Well, that's just rude, don't you know? Yeah, okay, so that off the map is just taking me into the Corrupted Lands, which I would have to unlock that bridge from the other side. Sucks. Oh. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ain't no surprise. You got my red eyes. Let's go back up here. Hello there, guy.
What a jolly horrid day. This is going to affect my dreams for weeks. A new dark direction for Horace Metcalf. That's what they'll say.
Hold on. I want to grip a drink real quick.
Mine ran out.
I wore these at work today, and a coworker said I looked like an Irish Morpheus. And jokingly said, do you want the green pill or the orange pill? Or will you take the green pill or the orange pill? And I'm like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, dang, he right, I do look like Irish Morpheus. Horace, listen to me. Your whole identity is a fiction. You were a dark star, but someone has erased your memory. Now I need your help to save the world. I found this brass cylinder in a ruin. Do you recognize it? Yeah, last time we said that, and he was like, you're crazy! I'm me!
Yes, I do. It's part of that old music box over there. I'm no good with devices, so I've never been able to figure out what was wrong. But how did you find it? The box hasn't been played in years.
This old music box? It's a music box of rare and intricate design. Its lid depicts pastoral scenes of ordinary mortals working and relaxing together, finely inlaid with iridescent chitin and mother of cloud pearl. However, there doesn't seem to be any music in it. Well, about to fix that. You laboriously wind up the mechanism and then release. As the cylinder turns, its needles pluck the teeth of a steel comb, and a tender twinkling music begins to play. Are you going to describe it, or are you actually going to let me hear it? It's a haunting tune. Somehow familiar and ethereal all at once, like a lullaby from time's own beginning. You feel a shiver run up your spinal cord, and the hairs on your arms prick up. Behind you, a porcelain teacup smashes on the floor. Metcalf gazes into nothingness, his eyes half closed, his breathing is slow and gentle, as if he is sleeping. Quick as a flash, he jerks awake and grabs your wrist with surprising strength. No! Frantic eyes dart around the room before coming to rest on you. His breathing is sharp and shallow, like he's just survived a fight. You blooming idiot! You've ruined my cover! You mean I saved you from the king's brainwashing? Frost glares at you. You think I want to remember any of that mess? I did this, you nincompoop. I erased my memories. It's the only thing that's kept me hidden from the Clockwork King for all these years. The only thing protecting Salmon. And now you've gone and ruined it all! You blinking artichoke! That's interesting. Seems I still can't swear. You seriously brainwashed yourself not to swear? In my Darkstar days, I was known for having a rather dirty mouth. All just compensating, of course. Still making Horace more prissy seemed a useful addition to my cries. Listen, I need your help.
Help? You blunder in here, you set fire to my life, and you want my help? You can go hang yourself. I'll have my bally hands full escaping the kingdom and, oh yes, never seeing anyone I love ever again.
Vela Kalos is trying to destroy the world. Frost's brows rumple as he listens to your explanation.
So it's begun. Vela's great work. Has she already gone to the Underlands?
Yes, but we can't get to her without you.
The cradle? You're sure of that? I thought it only a myth.
He shakes his head.
Not my problem. If you found me, it's only a matter of time until the king finds me too. I must put my affairs in order and depart immediately.
You followed Vela for years. How can you just walk away?
Because I never was a Dark Star. I was a spy. As a young man, it was my misfortune to become a hero of the Clockwork Kingdom. My aptitude with ancient Emberian machines was prized, and I was easily dazzled by conditional acclaim. You must understand. The future used to be so bright here. People lived well, and we truly seemed on the brink of a better world. I wanted to believe that more than anyone. So when the king gave me a chance to truly serve my country, I accepted. I posed as a disgruntled Amiga, offering my services to Vela Kalos. Together we spent the next 8 years unlocking the secrets of the Emberians, all of which I secretly relayed to my sovereign. Having been somewhat of a thespian in my school days, I confess, I found the subterfuge exciting. However, one does not wear a mask for so long without it changing one's face. As news from the kingdom grew darker, I came to trust Vela over the king. She promised that we could be the ones to build Elysium, using powers from before the world rend. And until that blooming mutiny, I believed her.
What caused the mutiny?
Discontent had long been brewing over the frayed relations with the Union. And anyone could see that Vela was growing more reckless and paranoid by the week. Her plan to drag us all to the Underlands was merely the final straw.
How did Vela respond?
The mutiny was led by Vela's childhood friend. I think she felt it as rejection, not only of her plans, but of herself, of everything they'd shared. Pray that on the day you feel like that, you do not have command of an Escherton-class kilo-caliber howitzer.
So what did you do in the end?
I fought for Vela that day, but my faith was broken. I'd lived through enough purges and coups d'etat in the king's early years to know a tyrant when I saw one. Still, my mission stood, or so I thought. As it turned out, my next orders would be my last. The king wanted me to steal Vela's treasure map, to betray the only people I'd ever felt truly at home with, and deliver untold power to an increasingly callous despot. Yet what was my alternative? Betray my homeland and hand that power instead to an increasingly cruel and unstable outlaw? It was an impossible choice, so I did what any coward would do. I ran away. My only mistake was to hide my old memories instead of destroying them, a sentimental lapse I shan't repeat.
Why did you choose those ruins in particular?
Because they were my home. I grew up in progress amidst the machinery that was meant to liberate us all. As to how many of my family escaped, I can only speculate. A fitting grave for a failed patriot, wouldn't you say?
What did Vela's treasure map point to?
Something more valuable than gold. Or so she said. An ancient artifact with the power to turn the world upside down. I was skeptical, but evidently the king was willing to burn my entire mission just to get hold of it.
We've no time for this. What's done is done.
Regardless, nothing has changed. I still lack the courage either to help Vela or to stop her. You've destroyed my life for no good purpose, and now I shall bid you adieu. Would you shut your mouth for 1 second? I beg your pardon? How dare you?
Are you completely ignorant about anything outside your cozy little life? Do you actually know what's been happening in your beloved kingdom?
Of course I do. My memories from Horus are cloudy, but he wasn't blinking stupid.
So you know everyone's memories keep vanishing and nobody knows why? Summer's been abolished and nobody can get anything to eat?
Well, Wait, what?
You've been living in a dream, Frost. The real world is...
Confound you, don't you think I flipping know? That's why I wanted to be Horus.
The world needs you to be Frost now. Please, hiding away from the past won't make it go away. I see. You'd bury yourself in small comforts while the world is rent anew.
Would you perhaps like a moment to get your breath back? Shut up. You're right, of course. I have been hiding. Hiding from the fear that my better world will never come to pass. No matter who's in charge, it always goes wrong, and I cannot bring myself to truly give up hope. At least for Horus, things were simple.
Seeing where these grand ideas always end, that stopped Vela from dragging everyone down with her.
can't build that world by magic or force. You do it by helping the people you love. Perhaps there is truth in what you say. It was always so easy to defer to other people's dreams, to trust the impresario, and play the role I was given. Now the stage is burning and half the audience are dead. All I wanted was a quiet life with Sam. Well, I don't need to know all the answers to know that's still worth fighting for. I can at least make sure Vela's treasure doesn't blow up the world, and figure out the rest as I go. However, that is not enough. I want a full Inquisition pardon. I want Union citizenship for me, Samuel, and his family. I want 5,000 coins in silver bullion, and another 5,000 in fully assignable, non-revocable promissory notes from the Usurers Guild of Riova. Done. Good. Given the stakes and my skills, I think it's rather a bargain. Caxton signs on. Achievement unlocked. Vela always planned to hole up at the blinding light, if things went pear-shaped. Since she is now in the wind, I would guess you have already captured the fortress. I'll make my way there. But first, I must say goodbye to Sam. I'd rather hoped we might get married, perhaps even petition to adopt. Well, I suppose we'll have to wait.
I'll leave you to it. Good to have you aboard. We will need your assistance in the days to come. Have I been in here? Yes, and it needs a key. That's right. I really want to try and jump this gap, but I have a feel. Well, maybe if I jump over there. I just have a feeling I'm gonna fall down. But no, we're good. We're so good. Never mind my broken ankles. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Like I said, we are good, okay? Just regenerate my health. Oh, wait. I forgot about you guys. Actually, I killed you guys last time. How are you big? Oh. Six coins. Alright. Where are ye? Oh, there's someone up here. That I gotta talk to. Machine emits a buzz, then a distorted human voice.
Go away! Nobody's help!
I'm looking for Morozov. Is this the right tower?
Never heard of them!
Chief Interpreter Afra sent me. It's about the Sidovsky problem. A long pause, then a loud clunk.
Doors unlocked. Wipe your boots.
Yes, right. Thought you'd come around, Morovsky. It is Morovsky, right? Morozov, my bad. But also, delusion. Should we put it in person? Nice place you got here. Morozov. Nice place you got here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Terrifying bottled vision. A perfect copy of a single vivid dream. These lurid fantasies are a subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by A. Karshi and contains scenes of academia and severe paranoia. 5 coins. The stout, aging machinist looks surprised to see you. What? How'd you get inside? Get out of here right now, or my security will fry you to a crisp. You let me in. What? Why in the would I do that? I'll have you know I'm in the middle of some very important work. You notice a cheaply bound romance open spine up beside her, plus stacks of dirty plates and half-empty teacups. Afra wants me to get a cranial modulator. Modulator, sweetheart, it's a cranial moderator. Moderator, sweetheart, it's a cranial moderator. Afra? Oh. Huh? Won't even write me, and now she wants a favor? I guess she knows I can't say no to her. What is the Sudovsky problem, anyway? Psh! It's a famous problem in cipher theory about whether you could use an advanced time spell to go backwards. We were both assigned to work on it years ago now. It's how we met. Morozov shakes her head. That dumb. So you help then? Sure. I guess technically it's my job or something. My condolences on becoming her new recruit, if you ask me. Guild's a sinking ship. Now listen, sweetheart. Getting your brain to accept a big hunk of gears as part of itself ain't exactly a cakewalk. Need a slice of your meat that's got deep connections to all the rest. Pick a person, someone you really cherished. See someone that made you who you are. You're gonna forget them, and I'll stick the cranial moderator in their place. It'll be as dear to you as they were. Don't tell me about them, I don't care. Just think of them. Say your goodbyes, eh? Forget your parents you've given up trying to make them understand. Forget your first love, you needn't carry that heartbreak anymore. Forget your best friend, it hurts to think how far apart you've grown. Forget your mentor, you still feel the sting of their disappointment. Actually, I don't think I can do this. No. If it ended in heartbreak, you know what? Yeah, sure. First love. That's right, just like that. Come, Tamawa. You fall into a black and timeless place. When you come to, your head feels heavier than before. Stupid thing, where'd I leave it? Oh, hey now, look who's awake. How you doing, sweetheart? True words were never spoken, hun. Well, seems the moderator went in nice and smooth. Congratulations, you're part machine. What can I do now that it's installed? Now you can understand the sixfold cipher language of our glorious king. Read it, write it, speak it, hear it, or shove it up your for all I care. All makes sense to you? Are there any drawbacks? Oh, sure. Watch out for migraine, seizures, deafness, blindness, aneurysms, nightmares, prophetic dreams, mental decline, partial or total amnesia, paranoia, delusions, a being dead, religious ecstasy and or agony, out-of-body experiences, Wakecliffe's idiocy, gangrene. You'll want to come in for a checkup every few years. Some of those metals are a little toxic. Worst of all, whenever someone has a problem with the king's magic, they'll ask you to fix it. I should have farmed silk slugs. All makes sense to you? Thanks, I guess we're done here. Don't mention it, darling. No, really, don't. In fact, leave my tower and don't speak to me again. Nothing personal, but I got a hot date with a cheese wheel I can say. Hope you're very happy together. You seem to be doing some dream stuffs. Dream drinks. But also, The Romance of the Scarab, Part 4, by Milo Casimir, 1431. Property of the Library of Untruths, borrowed by Pierre Kobliska, Senior Interpreter, due year 23, month 0, day 30, returned. Borrowed by Afra Gray, Junior Interpreter, due year 25, month 5, day 0, returned. Borrowed by Bella Morozov, Senior Summoner, due year 26, month 4, day 15. The slip she sat in, like the morning dew, clung to her bosom. The cloth was perfumed gauze, cleaving so closely to her nubile curves that the looking-glass itself was lovesick for her. And there lay fair Ghibeline in silken chains. Okay, this is quite the romance novel, huh? I'm just wondering why there's squares in here. Wild stuff. Woo! And out we go, I guess. Oh, no! There's a box. Ah, whatever. It's probably just a lockpick or something. Something stupid like that. I'm not gonna bother going all the way back up for that. Okay, so quest-wise, let's see here. Needs to pass through the gate. Turn to Afra in the park in Pharopolis after nightfall for your next task. Advise you to seek help from Dr. Prip at the Royal Vision Works in the far northeast of the Clockwork Kingdom beyond the mountains. Yes, I need to find Dr. Prip. Who I'm thinking might be up here, then? Psst, not enough mana. Give me a second here. Look. Good. Woo! Yeah! And this way? Yes. Should be just along this path here. I'll take that. Gladly. Have I been into that mine before? Wow, you spun around fast. Now you did. And what? Oh, it looks like I haven't been to this mine before. Gosh, stupid fine ores. Why can't I find any iron, huh? What's up with this? Death's failed. Is there... Okay, good. There's the prep place I was looking for. Or, you know, the building that I assume has prep. Which is the person I'm looking for. You know what, we might as well pop one of these. We got so many health potions. Hot. Landmark. Update my map. Unseen device. But there's secrets. I need stuff. Hold up. This guy is... We can lock mechanisms. So let's just pop this on real quick. Let's see if the mechanism is outside or inside. Ah, there it is. Yeah, something's changed. Yasmin's daughter Naja has fallen into an endless sleep due to a bottled vision addiction, leaving her family on the brink of ruin. You managed to find a way inside the Royal Vision Works, where you've been told you might find a cure for Naja. Now look for Dr. Prip. Oh, is the front door locked or something? Iron ore, finally! There's what I really want. Let's just see what happens. You can literally just walk in. Or maybe you can't get into the actual... Clerk trills in a sing-song voice that she's clearly practiced hundreds of times. Hello, citizen, and welcome to the Royal Vision Works. Are you here for yourself or on behalf of someone else? Someone else? Lovely. Now I must inform you that we can't sign a contract without meeting the candidate in person, or examining them if they're medically incapable. But I'm happy to walk you through the details. We have a number of positions open, with contracts ranging from 3 Clockwork Standard months to 12 years. How long were you thinking of staying? What? Sorry, what exactly were we talking about? Why, becoming a vision worker. That is what you're here for, isn't it? All our workers are provided room and board, along with top-notch medical care from the illustrious Dr. Prip. Half the proceeds of their work are retained by the institution, and the other half is theirs to keep. You can have the money paid out twice monthly to a designated beneficiary, or held safely for you until your contract ends. And of course, all your work will be properly credited under your own name. Would you like to read through some example contracts, or try a sample of our patented sleeping draught? I'm not here to talk about becoming a worker. She blinks. Oh. Then are you here to see someone? I'm afraid I can only admit direct kin or people named in the worker's directive letter. No samples for me just now, thank you. Can I help you with anything else? Thank you, that'll be all, I guess. Let's just, don't mind me. Just looking for a doctor, that's all. Loser! This technician is watching one of the sleepers with a pensive expression on their face. You know, sometimes I wonder what they're doing or going through. It must be amazing in its way. From the outside, it looks like they're snoozing as soundly as a baby, given gin to keep it quiet. But inside, they're living lives we can barely imagine, full of wonder and terror. Haven't you ever tried one of their visions? Me? Oh no, I never touch the stuff. My friends think I'm weird, but maybe they'd feel the same after working here. This slumbering citizen is clawing at the air with an expression of wonder on their face. Are you Dr. Prep?
Sorry, mate. No time to chat. I have a lot of bedpans to empty and clean before the end of my shift. And the vegetables aren't about to lend a hand.
Whoa! Whoa! Hey now! Hey now! How dare you? You get back to cleaning those bedpans. Dr. Prip. Ooh. Hey there, Dr. Prip. Nice place you got here. A smell of jasmine lingers around this excessively well-kept man. Little round spectacles frame his cadaverous face, and a neatly trimmed moustache nestles on his top lip.
Well, well. There's something one doesn't see every day. A mystery visitor. I know all the names and faces of my workers, regular visitors. So I would warrant you are here to see me.
Gives you a small but theatrical bow.
Dr. Carl von Pripp at your service. Physician, vision right, and appointed steward of all the industrious dreamers who serve here. So, what brings you to the Royal Vision Works today?
This place is sick. I'm here to...
What is this place? It looks like a hospital, but it feels like a prison.
A prison? On the contrary. Most of our workers come here of their own free will. The rest are far past the point of making their own decisions. Some come from desperate circumstances and wish to lift their relatives out of financial hole. Others are working to furnish their own furniture, or their own future. Occasionally a delinquent debtor will be given the choice of coming here instead of being jailed. A rare few of them are, to be blunt, simply tired of life. I hope even my detractors would agree that my patented Eversleep elixir is far preferable to suicide.
And what does the royal part mean?
We enjoy the letter patent from our glorious Clockwork King, which gives us a legal monopoly on exporting bottled visions outside the kingdom. Separately, I am chairman of the Oniric Oversight Committee, which regulates the vision trade, licenses vision rights, and ensures that bottled hazardous to public morals are taken off the shelves. It is a duty that I take exceedingly seriously. How can I be of service?
I'm here on behalf of a woman who can't wake up. Dr. Prip listens to your tale with studious dispassion, his brows slightly furrowed.
It is a most unfortunate case. Alas, it is also a familiar one. Would you like the good news first or the bad news?
The good news?
The good news is that I can offer at least 2 solutions to the poor girl's predicament. Her mother may not like them, but I am a doctor and not a minor god. The bad news is that there is no known cure for chronic Onirianism. Once it advances to such a late stage, naturally this is a major avenue of my research, but in my professional opinion, it is unlikely to bear fruit for at least a decade. The simplest option is for Nadja to join our happy crew. Many of our workers are chronic cases like her, and I can assure you they are comfortable and well taken care of. Her mother would share in the profits while being relieved of the burden of caring for her, and could visit regularly during our open hours. Naturally, we would also pay you a finder's fee. Alternatively, Yasmin could buy her own vision siphon, also known as a dream crown. I believe the current price is 120 coins, including permit fees. This would enable her to support Nadja at home by bottling and selling her visions independently.
You can't be serious.
Look around you. Does it seem to you as if I am joking? Nadja and Yasmin are not the first to suffer this predicament, and I am afraid they will not be the last.
Let me get this straight. Bottled visions make people sick, and then you use those people to make more bottled visions.
I must correct you on one point. Only a very small percentage of vision imbibers suffer from chronic onirism, and invariably we find that they have a history of excessive use. The label does warn you against that, you know. Any other questions?
Very well. I'll see what Yasmin thinks.
Why don't you take one of our standard contracts for her to read through? A pre-stamped 0th class Royal Post envelope is included in the package. If Yasmin accepts our offer, I shall leave your finder's fee with Vidal, the vision trader, in Ferropolis.
Shove it up, Fripp! Thanks, I suppose.
Remember, this is not a decision that should be taken lightly. I encourage Yasmin to take all the time she wishes.
Not gonna lie, I really want to just be all like, this place is sick, murder. Especially since you don't often get the option to just be like, nah, draw sword. In middle of conversation. But at the same time, if I kill him and take everyone out here, right? That doesn't help these people. They're all going to die. And then Yasmin still wouldn't have... All she'd know is that her daughter's condition is... It has no known cure. And she'd have to decide, you know, how am I going to keep supporting my daughter? Because she still needs to eat. She still needs, you know, warmth and water, you know, water and food and all that. And that costs money, and Yasmin doesn't. Is running out of money. It's a horrible, horrible monopoly this man is running.
Halt, citizen! Do not interfere with these silk slugs in any way, or you'll answer to the Machinist Guild.
Why shouldn't I interfere with them?
They're under royal protection, so go about your business.
The silk slug begins to probe inquisitively at their weapon.
Hey! Leave that alone! Please?
I thought you're not allowed to interfere with them. If they want your sword, they get to keep your sword. By royal decree. Also, I kind of already looted all of the silk slugs in the night when no one was looking. Didn't know it was illegal at the time. Yasmin. I believe she's up here, right? Wait a minute. No. Here we are. Hey, Yasmin. I'm gonna leave it up to you. It's your daughter. But if you want, I will gladly go back and murder that primp man. You find Yasmin feeding her daughter porridge from a wooden bowl, singing a soft lullaby. She looks worn down to the bone. Yasmin glances in your direction.
Hello again. Did you have any luck?
I managed to find a doctor, but it's not good news. You hand her the sheaf of papers that Prip gave you and begin to explain. From the way Yasmin listens, you can tell that she has plenty of experience maintaining composure in the face of tragedy. This time, though, it's not enough. Give her a silent hug. When she's finished, she looks over at Nadja for a long time.
Oh, my darling. How could I have let this happen to you?
Yasmin looks back at you.
I know you did your best, but this is quite the dilemma you've brought me. What do you think I should do?
I'd keep Nadja at home, even if it'll be a struggle sometimes. Assuming you can, in fact, get by somehow. I don't...
Yes, you can't put a price on family. I may not know how to care for Nadja properly, or bottle visions. But I can learn. King knows I've seen a lot of change in my life. Although, it would be a lot of work. If my sickness flares up, I might not be able to keep the business going. We could easily end up back where we started, without a penny. My heart tells me I should keep Nadja here. No matter how long it takes for me to learn the vision trade, or how difficult it would be to take care of her. And if there's any way that I can still communicate with her, even if it's only through dreams, I want to take it. Truthfully though, it's moot. I don't have 120 coins to buy a dream crown from Vidal, and I doubt I ever will. My neighbors have been a tremendous help, but there isn't that much cash in the entire tenement. I suppose I'll get in touch with this Dr. Prip and begin the process. What else can I do?
What if I could pay for a dream crown? You can tell that Yasmin is conflicted about your offer.
What? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that. You've already helped so much.
Really, I insist. Call it a loan if you like, no interest, pay it back before the world ends. She smiles a little, then looks up at you with tears in her eyes.
Very well, then. That will be enough time, I should think. Whatever the outcome, you've helped Nadja more than I could have asked. I wish I could pay for your time, but, well, perhaps this will suffice. This is the deed to our old family home, just outside Ferropolis. Technically, we need to petition the Clockwork King for a change of ownership, but since the militia have all but abandoned the countryside, you should be left alone.
I can't accept this from you.
Oh, yes, you can. What use would we have for it anyway? Restoring that place is a full-time job, one for someone without a lungful of spores.
Yasmin arches her eyebrows mischievously.
Call it a loan if you like. No interest, just give it back before the world ends.
Thank you, Yasmin.
This time her smile is warm and genuine. You may have more luck with it. Or you may have more luck with it than we did.
I'm just thinking, I could go back and probably... assuming the dialogue option's still there, I may be able to go back and murder Prip, but I feel like that would actually end her, like, her income stream. Because I'm pretty sure he'd be the one paying for her vision potion things. So, you know... Maybe before we end the game, that's what I'll do. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do that western edge of the Endless Realm. I need to do that. And that requires access to an airship. Yeah, I do still want to explore out here. We just need to go nighttime here to fix the king problem. That one, I think it's this mountain here that I need to go to. But we can use the teleporter things to get quickly back over to those lands. Do that, teleport back. And yeah, I also want to explore more down here, actually get that mapped out and stuff. Of course, I want to go to that bridge to do those things. And it looks like this one leads to a location that you can only get to from here in order to get to this, like, floating island. So I want to check that out. Lots of stuff to check out, but I'm going to have to call it here for tonight. Did a lot around the kingdom. We've completed almost all the quests that we currently have. I don't know if there's going to be more that I might come across, but I suppose real quick, I don't know if, like, we could check that shop to see if that salesman guy has any finder's fee for us, but I think that was only offered if we get Yasmin to drop off her daughter. Let me see what this creates. Elixir of Spellcast. Oh, alchemical aptitude. Concoct a... well, hang on. No, I need to... Concoct a veritable elixir through alchemy. That's it. 10.9% of players have this achievement. Crazy. Improves the potency of spells. Spells draw energy from the neural connections of the user's mind in a poorly understood transference of power. This shrink enhances spells by accelerating that process. Cool. I'll create 2 more. And then... I almost want to see if this does anything. Shielding potion. Okay. I feel like a jitter seed would make like a... oh, truth potion. Okay. Never mind. I was like, I was gonna say I feel like it would make a poison, but I guess it doesn't. I used a weak spirit. Gained foul booze. I don't know about it. Using a bomb. Why not? Weak spirit, so that's basically a nothing then. Okay. Let's make some mana potions, since I'm kind of low on those. And then we'll stop. Who knows, I might need them for something else. Let's go ahead and make a bajillion shurikens. And actually, okay, now we're gonna stop, because I've got so many shurikens that I don't use. We could sell the throwing knives, as I recall. In fact, Oh yeah, and wasn't there a ring barter?
Excuse me, good sir. Let me see what you have said. Would you like to buy my throwing knives? No, probably not. No. Good day, sir. Excuse me, good sir.
Yes, you already know. I've already told you all of this information. Come on now.
Would you like to buy some throwing? You would like to buy some glorious treasure for 63 coins. Would you like to buy some throwing knives for 2 pieces? Here you go, 99. And another 30. Thank you very much. Yes. You don't sell any...
No, you don't sell any dang iron.
Do I have enough?
I don't. I've only got 2 iron. That sucks.
Sucks. I need so much iron.
I really don't need Arcanist hat. Okay, so where was that other shop? Was it? Oh, here you are. Found your customer, Naja.
Yes, do you have any news?
Yasmin is going to start selling Naja's visions from home. I thought you should know.
Ah, I take it Dr. Prip wasn't able to cure her then. It would be a difficult change for Naja's mother, but bravo to her for making it a go of it. Naturally, I'll do everything I can to set her up. In fact, if she's willing to sell through me, I won't charge her any distribution fees for the first year.
It all catches sight of your expression. I mean, for the first 3 years! Vidal sighs, sounding rather less chirpy than usual.
What else can I do for you today?
See you later, vision trader. I'm definitely coming back in the night. Gonna see what's in that chest of his. But for now, it will be. For a second, I thought that man was messing with the silk slug. Dead man. I saw him moving his arms, and the silk slug was right next to him, but he was just rotating his arm there. Looked like he was like petting it or something. Anyways, that will be it for today. So much we found out about the existence of some super swords. We're gonna need some materials for those. I'm gonna need some iron and some more Iberian ore if I want to get 2 different kinds of super great swords. I also feel like there's probably super versions of the bow and the fine sword and the dagger, but I'd have to get so many materials, especially the Iberian and the iron. Well, I need some iron for this, but then I just need a lot of Iberian. So much Iberian. Insane. But switch these around. Yeah, it feels like we're getting close to the end of the game. I think two streams, maybe 3 more. The next stream will definitely be a lot of adventuring around this corrupted land and checking out this island, going back to hear what the ghost has to say there, and possibly she might even then tell me to go over here to tell more tales. Who knows? some point we're gonna get an airship of our own. As far as main story goes, we gotta go back to Vela's fortress here. So I think actually the last thing we'll do in the Clockwork Kingdom is check out this island, because then we could hop off and go just straight up to the fortress. Yeah, a lot more to do here. So yeah, lots of exploring here, finishing up the Clockwork Kingdom, and then also hearing stories, possibly more stories. Going back, oh yeah, checking out that house that we now have somewhere out here. Might be up there, that one there. Maybe, who knows. And then also returning to our manor. Is it Thornwood Manor? Yeah, Thornwood Manor. Heading back to our manor to see if there's any more iron. There was one time the iron respawned in my mind there, so maybe we could get another iron there. That would be awesome. But yeah. And then hi Silk Slug. I'm told that it's illegal to mess with you, so you're shoving me. It's not me! I'm not touching the Silk Slug! He's touching me! I'm not breaking the law! Yeah. And then I'm sure there's gonna be a whole thing with going... Again, I'm not touching the Silk Slug! He's touching me! Don't arrest me! So, that I'm sure there's a lot to do with tracking down Vela and fighting against her and stuff, and we'll be getting our own ship and sailing places, and who knows. So I think the next stream will be basically entirely exploration, finishing up quests here, taking care of that, and then maybe returning to the Vela's fortress here, speak with our peeps. And then at least one more stream of dealing with Vela, and then maybe a second one if there's that much more to do. That's about it. So yeah, we're so powerful. We are so powerful. Even without our charm buff, we've got 60 charm. Only got 20 barter, but that's fine. We got 80 lore. We've got 70 spellcast, 35 agility, 45 lockpick. Only 20 attack and 20 defense, but our damage with our sword is 29. Damage with bow is 36. Armor 30. Plus we got our spells that we cast and stuff. I've killed a total of 290 things, human or otherwise. Only died 4 times though. That's an amazing KD, gotta say. Entice level 60. Your current entice spell level used to determine whether an enemy can be enticed to fight for you. Base level is determined by your charm stat, but certain modifiers can increase entice even further. Interesting. I haven't killed anything with summons. The one time I summoned a skeleton, it died really quickly. I have not drunk any beers. Please drink responsibly. Do not drive your airship while under the influence. And I have not drunk any teas either. The Upstatic Union loves me. The Endless Royalists love me. Wiccans hate me. I've killed a couple of gods, so yeah, they hate me. I'm disliked by outlaws because I've killed a few outlaws because they attacked me. I'm just saying. Darkstar mercenaries are neutral somehow. Endless cadavers. I'm disliked by them. Yeah, well they kind of suck. So still, 134 health, 200 mana, 167 max stamina, regen 50. Regen 50, dude. It was 45 and now it's 50. It's sick. course, that's with my regen outfit. Well, next stream will be on Wednesday for hopefully more OC redesign drawing of the back of the torso would be next. If not, I'll think of something else we can do. And then Saturday, gotta figure out something for that. I've got a couple ideas, but we'll see how things shake out. Regardless, until next time, be kind to yourself, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.